Well, hello, hello, hello. I am so excited. My name is Angela Odom, and I am lead strategist and CEO of the Better You Project. In today's episode of Better You TV, I have a treat for you today. We're going to walk through, I'm going to share with you the my newest project. It is a women's 3 hour leadership intensive. I mean, this is just what we need to provide clarity as we move out of 2020 and move into 2021. So, really quickly, just come on in, come on in, come on in. Hey, Carrie, we see you from northern Minnesota. See you from northern Minnesota. I imagine it is a little chilly up there. So, again, welcome to the Better You TV. Again, my name is Angela Odom, and today's episode is really just an opportunity to share Women's 3 hour leadership intensive with you. For me, I teach women leaders how to manifest their life, business, and relationships, of their dreams. Really, that's what I'm focused on overall. And today, every Tuesday at noon Eastern time, we meet right here on this particular Facebook page. We meet here so that we can help women in supervisory and managerial positions to talk through leadership concepts, ideas, and experiences so that they earn more respect and earn more revenue. And so let's get started. Again, you come on in, come on in. Make sure you are in the chat. Let me know where you're from, like Carrie did. Carrie is joining us from northern Minnesota, and we are happy to have her. Thanks, Carrie. So we want to let you know the very first thing is when is it, right? We will be we will start out on at 10 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday, December 19th, and we will focus on you, right? Focus on your ability to, first of all, just go through leadership terminology, and we're going to do a non scientific, very short assessment. We always want to start with an assessment before we go full throttle into something, right? When you're talking to someone, you want to make sure you have a good understanding and you have common terms and definitions. You get that out of the way first. So that's what we'll do over the first hour. But we're going to go through a step by step process of identifying your innate talents and skills. This will allow you to gain clarity as you advance in your career, especially as 2020 is coming to a close. And so we want to make sure, I want to make sure that um, we leave some of this behind. And I want you to know that you're going to show up powerful and strong and prepared. So in that first hour of the live virtual leadership intensive, we're going to talk about leadership. We will that we are make sure that we're focused on um, leadership terms and doing an assessment. Then that second hour, I'm going to help you move through your own personal action plan, right? And so we're going to go through a process, a framework, focus on strategy, organize accountability, and relationships. SOAR. That's the word we'll use, and each of them to be your strategy, right? How you are going to organize your day and your resources. And sometimes we look at accountability. You might have someone in your office, in your workspace, in your community, in your family that you trust to hold you accountable. And so we're going to identify those people and those methods. And technology is amazing. So we'll take a look at some things that you can put in place to hold yourself accountable, right? And then, of course, the relationships being the most critical aspect of anything we do, especially that we want to have sustained success. And at that point, we will you will actually identify what your next big step is. And so it's 3 hours, beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern time until 1 p.m. And so, we focus on leadership discussions initially in that first hour. Then the second hour, guess what? We get into it so that you develop your plan, an action plan for you to move forward. You might want to, you might be concerned with, this very uh, change, this very, I don't know, um, direct change and shift from in-person events and activities to this virtual activities that we're doing. And most companies are going to do more of that into 2021. And so you might want to have the conversation with whomever decision maker is to say, you know what, I still need some training in this particular area. And I want to get on the list and to be able to go. You might not be traveling, but you will still attend the training in a virtual environment. So how do you get the decision makers to allot funds for your growth within the company? That might be one thing. It might be you might want to focus on being a better, a more effective communicator in your workspace. And you might want to say, well, you know what? I just simply want people to respect what I say. Or when you're in meetings and you are communicating and you are presenting, you want to be heard. How do you command a room, command the attention? And oh, by the way, how do you establish yourself as someone who is credible inside of your work environment, right? And of course, we all know that leadership really is about the results, the vision, the direction that you set, right? But you need some results. You need to get some results. So that's what we're going to do. That third hour, once we've walked you through setting up your own plan, your action plan for 2021, then in the third hour, guess what? We're going to do some live coaching. I'll lead you in that. And then we're going to wrap it up. And we'll take a look at your specific plan. And so that's what we're doing. So this is Better You TV. My name is Angela Odom, and I'm simply sharing an opportunity with you for Saturday, December 19th, beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, ending at 1 p.m. So it will be, I think, impactful, and it's what we need right now. We want to know how we show up and how do we earn more respect, more revenue. How do we identify which skills, which innate talents that's going to, first of all, just help the organization, help your peers, help your boss, right? And the people that report directly to you. How can the organization grow based on the skills that you have and things that you bring to the table? So that's what we'll take a look at. And I think it's good to reflect, right? It's good to reflect and determine how do we move forward. And this is what this Better You TV episode is about, to sharing this opportunity with you. And so that this 3-hour virtual live intensive via Zoom, it'll include live training. You're going to do, you receive a printable workbook so that you can map out your own game plan, right? Where you want to go. And you might just want to leave it on the screen. You want to do that? Or for me, I like printing it off, and I like the whole paper and pencil kind of thing myself. And then we'll do some other interactive ways for you to gain more clarity. That's what this is about, for you to gain clarity. And I want you to repeat after me. I need a coach, and I will not allow embarrassment, nerves, or pretenses to keep me from my next steps, right? I need you to repeat after me. Well, I'll give you some bonuses with this also. I have an event coming up January 22nd through the 25th. You will be able to, first of all, learn about that. And then you are going to get some discounts on that. We'll do a private Facebook group, and for the people who go ahead and pay, you'll have an opportunity to schedule a one-on-one career goals strategy session with me. And that way we go, sometimes we will go to different events and we're saying, well, wait a minute, what? Um, the training was good. I appreciate it. Oh my God, I was able to interact with like-minded individuals. Now what? And so that's what that one-on-one coaching session would be about. It'll be so you can have a few weeks or days to solidify your plan, and then you get some feedback from objective feedback from me. So you might have some other questions. Say, well, when does the 3 hour leadership intensive begin? And it is again Saturday, December 19th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All times are Eastern Standard. And once you enroll, we're going to do a welcome call on December 18th on Friday. Let's set aside the time from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, right? Set that time aside so that if you want to get some of the tech issues out of the way, you might have some questions about expectations and what you need to be prepared to do during those 3 hours. So we'll go through some of those, and that way at 10 a.m., we will actually focus more on, the curriculum as opposed to the can you see me, can you hear me, those things that we've learned on Zoom that happens, right? So we'll make sure we do that. Then, you might have the question, well, what if I don't know what I want? I'm going to tell you right now, it's okay. Most of us are seeking clarity. And so that's the whole point, is to remove yourself from the distractions, all the things that are around you, and to focus just for 3 hours on your plan, developing a really feasible plan for you to move forward into 2021. And I am praying that you have someone in your life right now that will focus on the kids and the pets for those 3 hours for you, so that you don't have any distractions at that point. And that way, it's going to be better for everyone because you will grow from it and have more clarity. And that's the whole point, to gain clarity and to have an action plan. 2021 is coming at a really fast pace, and I want you to succeed in a mighty, mighty big way. And so the last part of that, you might say, well, what happens after I sign up, right? So once you complete your payment, then you'll automatically be sent a welcome email with your next steps. Make sure you go to your spam or your junk folders so you don't miss it, right? And then we go, if you have any other questions that are not answered at that point, just contact my team or contact me at info@thebetteryouproject.com, right? info@thebetteryouproject.com. And with that said, I want to come back to you and make sure that you have any questions. I want to make sure that I answer those right now. And so, are there any questions on the women's 3-hour leadership intensive? Do you have any questions? If you do, I will pause for a second and make sure that I answer those questions. Some of the questions might just be around who is this for? This is for women in supervisory and leadership managerial positions. We lead people and we manage things, right? We lead people and we manage things. And so we have women of all different backgrounds who are in various industries. You might go to, like I like to go to the Publix. I just sometimes just walk around in there to give me some inspiration for, what I might cook, right? They got nice little things. And so you might be the supervisor or manager of a section within a grocery store. You could be the person who's in a corporate environment and you have a team of, 3 or 2 or 10 or 20. The whole point is you want to be in an environment with like-minded women where you can gain clarity on your next steps, right? Developing a plan for your next step. And one of the things I've realized is regardless of the industry, we all have similar concerns and issues. And so you want to put yourself in a space where um, what your next steps are, right? And so that's what we're doing. I'm going to take a look at your skills and your innate talents. And it's not about my skills or my talents or my experience. It's about what yours are and where you want to go. So it's good to reflect. And so in my own house, I have this big, huge sticky pad, right? And at the end of the year, for the last 5 years, actually for probably more like the last 15 years, the paper has just gotten bigger, right? It used to be like little teeny stickums like this, and now they come out with this big, huge thing. So I just put on there, I write it down, the things that I want to see manifested over the next year. And then, of course, I can see them all the time because I put it inside of my closet, by the way, right? So I'm walking in, I'm seeing it every single day. And that way it is top of mind. And so for me at that point, is for me to starve the distractions and feed the focus. And that's the whole point of that. Where am I going to focus my energy and time, right? And so I might suggest I'm going to gift that to you. If you're not already doing something like that, then have the things that you want to attain in front of you. But how do you even know what you want to attain if you step back and this process of looking at your strategy, what you want to organize, accountability, and relationships is a way to show up in 2021, powerful and strong and ready to go earn more respect and more revenue, right? And you might just want to earn more hugs. You might just want to have more peace of mind. You might just want to, have a jumping off point for something that you deem small but necessary. And so that's the whole point. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I see other people have joined us. Go ahead and put in the chat where you're joining us from as we close out this episode of Better You TV. As we close out, go ahead and put in the chat where you're joining us from. And this really was this episode was introducing the Women's 3-Hour Leadership Intensive. And we want to encourage you to invite your people, the women in your life who this would be good for. And I'm going to ask you to share with them the website. They simply go to angelaodom.com, and right there at that very top, they'll see. Just click that link and go ahead and register. This is on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Go ahead and get some things off your calendar now. So take your calendar out, look and say, you know what? I'm going to invest in myself. This is going to be really, really good. This is going to be impactful. Have a conversation with your boo and your friends and your family. And you go ahead and tell them, you know what? I'm going to focus for these 3 hours. You should probably come with me. Should attend also. Okay, with that said, we're going to go ahead and close out this episode. My name is Angela Odom, and this has been another episode of Better You TV every Tuesday at noon Eastern Time. We're meeting right here with you for women who are in supervisory and managerial positions. We focus on discussions and topics and events and activities that help women leaders thrive and actually gain the lives that they desire. Okay, take care. And again, I am rooting for you.